Hi, welcome to the podcast. We have a great show today. We have Eliii with 3 Eyes. He is a local rapper. He's getting into the country scene. We dressed up, obviously. We got our Tom and I have our cowboy hats on, cowboy boots. We got into everything from where it started to where it's going now, the different genres. We hope you enjoy. Thanks for listening.
This episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Warren and Dillon, the Midland's trusted personal injury lawyers. Here's some great advice from our sponsor.
Hey there, Brett Warren with Warren & Dillon. I wanted to talk to you today about some of the biggest mistakes you can make when it comes to dealing with insurance companies. I think one of them is giving a recorded statement to the insurance company. The problem is that the insurance companies, they're doing these recorded statements to help their case and to hurt yours. And so they're going to ask some sneaky questions that are designed to hurt your case. One quick example, they'll ask how many feet away you were from the other car when you first noticed them. Nobody really knows the answer to that. But what they're going to do is they're going to say, hey, you should have noticed that other car, and now you're 20% at fault. So do yourself a favor, just don't do it or talk to a lawyer first. Trusted advice, proven results, Warren & Dillon.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Here for the Health of It podcast. I'm Dr. Randy here with Dr. Tom, as always, and we are bringing you the most interesting and hottest people in Colombia. When we first started this, we said we want to meet with some of the cool people in Colombia because we kept meeting people that were super interesting. We wanted to sit down with them. And of course, today is no exception. We have a true artist in the studio today. We have Eliii with 3 E's.
3 eyes.
3 eyes. Eliii with 3 eyes.
Oh,
Sorry.
We'll run that back.
Eliii with 3 eyes. And that's actually, and your Instagram is official Eliii with 3 eyes and then an underscore after it.
That's right.
And you know what's funny is about 5 years ago, I was at Sea Island, which is like a kind of golf resort area. And I got in the vehicle with a guy that I kind of knew. He was like 10 years older than me. And he was like, hey, what kind of music do you like?
Yeah.
And I never really got asked that before because my wife is so into music that nobody ever asked me what I like. And I thought about it for a minute and I said, I love country with a bit of rap in it. And that's your genre.
Yeah.
That's your vibe. So
welcome
to the show. Thanks for being on here.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here, honestly. Yeah.
So we just so you've shot some music videos. We've been dabbling in the music video world as well.
Yeah.
We're
As of 10 minutes ago.
and I mean we consider ourselves like sort of up and coming amateur artists, but in a different space. In the podcast space.
We're trying to find ourselves.
It's okay.
Like,
yeah, everybody's trying to find themselves.
Yep.
Yeah. And we all have gold chains on today, but yours is branded. You have a branded
Custom. Yeah, custom jewelry.
I grabbed my wife's.
Yeah.
Just I didn't really have
And
much.
I just have a little one.
Hey, man.
It's gangster, though, right?
Yeah, I
I
mean,
like it.
I went and got my own logo put on a chain. I'm going to get the diamonds soon. I just haven't wanted to get the diamonds yet.
Yeah.
Kind of like not really a thing I have to rush into.
Right.
Yeah.
But,
Right.
Yeah, I got a little bit of diamond jewelry on my ring. I mean, that's not the biggest issue, but I love my chain. I feel like it holds value. Nice piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Custom jewelry. I actually got the pendant made in Colombia.
Really?
Oh,
Who does
really?
those?
Custom jeweler. His name's Barry.
Keep the microphone
Yeah,
right
nice.
up by your mouth.
Yeah, his
Or
name's
you
Barry.
can push it up if you want.
He's actually on this side of town. He's over here near what's it called? Beltline and Park Lane.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so
Sweet.
there's a lot of cool people out here that actually do jewelry and make jewelry, and we got a lot of people that make gold jewelry from the mouth all the way to like rings and bracelets. I got my bracelet in Colombia too, but my chain, I got this in Dallas, and I got the ring in Dallas also.
Nice.
Sweet.
Yeah.
And you weren't expecting us to be in full cowboy gear when you showed up.
Yeah,
See, I was trying to think like, okay, should I come like that today? But really, this is like who I am on like a good day, because I come from making hip hop and rap music, and then like about August, I transitioned over to country rap and hip hop.
Sweet.
So, I mean, this is really who I've been most of my life. But then, now I'm just like, okay, I'm going more into my inner roots because I'm from Gilbert, South Carolina, and Gilbert's actually really country
Nice.
too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm having fun actually reaching into my roots, because I don't mind wearing the hats. I don't mind wearing the boots. I got mine in the car. I take it everywhere. It's a blessing to be able to transition from doing country to hip hop and then blending it because I can kind of go whichever way I want.
Yeah.
Now. So it's fun. It's fun. I'm having fun from how I'm dressing to how I'm presenting myself to the music. Yeah.
When did you know you were good at music? Like, when did you start spitting bars?
So,
Spitting fire, actually.
So I was actually in 3rd grade and I was put in the choir and I was singing and I didn't know I had bars then, but I knew like, okay, like I like singing. There's something about singing that just catches my attention. So I went from just singing with a bunch of people that I never really, talked to. I mean, I talked to a couple people in my choir, but there were so many people I didn't really get to reach out to a lot. And also, it was more favoritism. I was never picked. And I chose to stay in choir from 3rd grade all the way up to middle school. And during 7th grade, I think it was 7th grade, I just gave up because I never got the attention I deserved. And I felt like I deserved it. But at the same time, I was also writing poetry in middle school because something just kept happening with my mind, and I just kept putting things together that made sense, and it rhymed, and I would show people in middle school because I was just always musically inclined.
Dude, that's cool.
Yeah, and next thing you know, I'm like, okay, well, maybe I can do this myself.
Right.
So, I mean, I'm not trying to say, my chorus teacher was Miss Jones. If Miss Jones, you're seeing this, I'm sorry for dropping out, but it was probably the best thing I ever did because I feel like branching off from all those people really showed me that, okay, like I can go my own way. Like I don't have to be in the school's direction and the teacher's direction. I can do my own thing.
Today's episode is brought to you by our sponsor, Columbia Family Chiropractic, with 3 easy-to-get-to locations, one in Forest Acres, which is by Trader Joe's, one in O'Neill Court by the DMV, and one in the Northeast by Sand Hills. You'll be sure to have somewhere near you. They offer a ton of services from corrective care, on-site digital x-rays, spinal decompression for bulging or herniated discs, dry needling for injuries, pediatric care, and a Class 4 laser. They accept all your major insurances. And if you mention this ad, you'll get a discount on your first appointment. Check out their website at cfc4health.com or Google Columbia Family Chiropractic. That's cfc4health.com.
Freedom, yeah.
I just saw something from Steve Harvey that his middle school teacher told him he'd never be on TV.
Really?
Or she told him he'd never be on TV.
Wow.
And every year since then, he sent a massive flat screen TV to her house.
What?
Wow, that's fun.
So you might need to send like an album every year to every teacher that said that you couldn't be in there or that you weren't getting the attention you needed.
I feel like personally, they always say, like teachers say you want to be this and that, but they really didn't say that. But you could kind of feel the energy, like how teachers always pick certain students and wanted certain people to always be up front, in front first, and never got that chance. So I'm glad I get it now. I'm glad. It's a good feeling.
What kind of, were you like a deep guy, like a baritone, or were you more of
I was like a tenor.
What's tenor? Is tenor like in
Kind of
between?
like in the middle, yeah.
What's the high one?
I think that's I'm not trying to say a soprano. It might be.
Might be, yeah. So you don't want to be a soprano when you're a little kid either, as a dude.
And I'm not a bass either, so I'm like right in the middle. Like, I don't. Nah. Yeah. I mean, it was cool being in chorus. We went on the field trips. We did the little concerts for the school, and just one day I just didn't go to class, and that was the last day I ever went, and that was a crazy day.
So did you drop out of school completely or just chorus?
So we can get into that
Yes.
later, but during middle school, when I was in middle school, I just stopped coming to chorus. And the day I stopped coming, because you know how school is, they mark you down every class.
Yeah.
I didn't come, and a real big reason I think was I wasn't prepared that day. They had a concert for the school. I didn't even think about it. I didn't realize it was coming up, and I was at school. Everybody's dressed in their suspenders and all that. I'm like, nah, I'm not worried about it. I just went, just walked around the hallways and hid in the bathroom, and then I got pulled out by the principals, and got caught in the hallway, and yeah, I didn't get expelled in middle school or in trouble. I mean, I might have got suspended. But
Yeah.
I didn't get expelled.
Right.
Yeah.
Not until high school.
I got in trouble in high school, yeah. But
Yeah,
middle
tell us
school-
about
middle school.
Tell us about high school.
So, like, after figuring out that music was for me, when I got to high school, it was like, okay, I'm not in chorus anymore, so how do I show people what I feel like I'm worth? So I kind of, I think, what was my first, I think I was making music on my phone at first. Like, back in the day when SoundCloud first came out,
Yeah.
it was a huge time. SoundCloud was crazy. You could really just pick up your phone and just sing into it, rap into it. They still have that now, but back then it was just SoundCloud, and that's it. You just put your little voice into your phone and put it on the internet, and people blew up like that. So I was just trying that, going around school, showing people what I was doing, but I wasn't doing good things in school. Wasn't really, passing and evolving like everybody else.
Yeah.
So I was kind of just stuck in this music mindset, just showing people my music and just doing what I wanted to do and not what school wanted me to do. And it kind of just led to a bad ending in my ninth grade year. And it kind of put me from that to alternative school in ninth grade. And I was still working on my music. I never gave up the whole time. I was always writing, showing people what I was doing, but I never actually took it super serious. I might have went in a little studio here and there, maybe somebody's house, got a little microphone in the closet or in the living room or something, nothing crazy, but I was just doing little things like going to people's houses, rapping in my phone, just doing little videos on the internet. And I actually had to go to DJJ, and that kind of messed my mind up. I was like, okay, well, I had to, do what I had to suffer the consequences of what I did. And then once I got out of the DJJ situation, it was a couple months later, I was clear-headed. I was still working on music in DJJ, though. I was always writing.
So for people that don't know, DJJ is Department of Juvenile Justice.
Not an actual DJ.
No,
blowing up that
it's
music.
not like
No.
an extra eye on Eli.
No. So
Are you going to tell us what you did to get in there?
I really don't want to go too
Don't wanna
much
get
in
into it.
detail
All
but I will say I did some bad stuff in school. I didn't fight nobody or, do anything sexual to anybody. It was just something I shouldn't have done, and it kind of came back to get me. I will talk about what I did to get me into the system in the first place. When I was a kid, my first time I ever got in trouble, honestly, there was some land behind my grandma's house, and I had to cross a couple ponds because there's a path that goes across these couple ponds, but once you get to the other side of the pond, I thought it was this abandoned land when I was in middle school, and used to go over there, fish a little bit, just sit out there, have a good time, maybe bring a little something to burn.
Keep your mic
A little
right on.
burn.
Yes.
Burn something?
Burn.
No, that's
Yeah.
marijuana.
Oh, is that what it is?
He doesn't know the slang.
I thought you were starting things on fire.
No. I probably started a little something in middle school. So I took a little something back there. And I was hanging out with this wrong group of friends, and we went back there one day, and we ended up doing some vandalizing on top of what we were doing, and we didn't know there was cameras out there.
Oh, man.
Got all of us on camera, all the fingers pointed at me. I'm like, well, this shows you that nobody's really for you in these type of situations. And we were just in middle school, so I'm like, okay, this is whatever. But I was watching myself on the screen actually vandalizing because they had me on camera, So my mom was with me and my grandma at the time, and they're both gone, RIP. But it's just crazy, looking at their faces. I'm looking at both their faces. I'm looking at what I did. Everybody's just looking at me. I'm like, I'm not a bad kid, but it's betraying me to be a bad kid.
Yeah.
So I'm like, well, I guess I got to take it. So that's really how I got in the system. And then when I was in school and then I got expelled doing what I did, that piled on top of what I did in middle school. So they didn't go easy on me in court.
No.
No.
Did you have to wear a suit in court?
I think I did dress nice. I know I dressed nice.
Yeah.
But they did not go easy on me. It went good. The time it was going good. And then at the very end, when they're about to give me the sentencing, they're like, yeah, you need to go away for a little bit. I'm like, oh, what? I'm only like 14.
No kid.
No way.
That is crazy. 14 years old. They put me in shackles and handcuffs and had to, try to hug my dad like that and walking.
Wow.
They had to take me, put me in a, cop car. One of the, not the, regular cop car, like the petty wagon with the big rails on the side. You can't even see. You got little holes through them.
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That is wild.
14 years old. I'm looking through these holes. I'm like, what's going on?
How old are you right now? You're young.
I'm turning 27 next month in
Dang,
April.
dude.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that was 13 years ago.
That was a long time ago.
Wow.
Yeah. It don't feel like it, but yeah, I'll never forget.
He's been through you've been through some stuff.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. I was in there for the moment to where they actually made me in DJJ, like the people in the kitchen.
Yeah.
So I'm in the kitchen actually serving people food, and it was crazy. That helped my time go by too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, my bad. I got it.
Did you want kitchen duty, or is there like
Is that the good
job?
job? It helped the time go by. It was a really good job. Plus you get extra food, so.
Nice.
Yes, I got all the extra food, and it really was a good thing until, like, I will say the sadness was like, it was overwhelming at first. When I got there, they had me sleeping in the middle of the what would you
cell?
call? Yeah, like in the middle of the cell, but it's like an open cell because it's open population, so everybody's in there. But they had a lot of the newbies sleep in these like boats in the middle of the floor, outside of the rooms, where they got the bunk beds.
Yeah.
So I didn't get my bunk bed at first. That was crazy. I'm sleeping, lights bright. I'm sitting there trying to sleep every night. They finally gave me a place to sleep eventually, and it still sucked. But yeah, like man, every day sucked. They all went by slow.
Yeah. How long are you in there for?
2 months.
Dang.
But that felt like a while.
Bro, that's a long time.
Because every day, yeah.
Did you start like a nice workout routine? Like
I
were
tried.
you ripping push-ups?
I tried. But one thing that really got me through was the music.
Just writing.
Writing and freestyling. I was always freestyling, and I was always showing people like, okay, this is what I do. I'm not a writer too. I mean, I can write music, but I've always been more into freestyling.
Sure.
Like I can go on the spot.
Yeah.
So I was showing people, and that's really how that went. And it made myself get through a little bit easier too. So it gave me that confidence too. Like, okay, I got people back home that are telling me I can do this. I got people in here telling me I can do this. What am I gonna do? Okay, so I go to court finally. And they're like, they were going to put me back in for 6 more months. But they said, you know what? We're going to let you go. They put me on probation.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work. But, the probation was a good idea.
What do you mean that didn't work?
That didn't work.
That didn't work out for him. That's all. Nobody wants to have that.
It didn't work. Yeah.
What? So in prison, did you have to fight anybody?
DJJ. So, no.
Or
but
DJJ,
I
sorry.
had people, come towards me angrily, give me kind of like not like a bully expression, but kind of like, be careful, like, don't you.
This is my
this is
My territory?
Yeah, like, these are my people. This is my whole shit. Like, okay, like, I'm not going to bother you, but look, man, like, I'm myself. Like, and, I just know there's a lot of things that happen in there that, I really don't want to speak on, but there were some crazy times in there. Like, I seen this one kid, he went up to the library, like the bookshelf in the room with all of us. And this one guy, he was beside me. He was like, I'm gonna run up on him. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, I'm gonna run up on him. I didn't believe him. I think he was like, because like, this is like a guy that's like 16. This kid at the bookshelf's like 14. I'm like, that's kind of messed up, but okay.
Wow.
So he did it. Like, he literally got up, just casually, like he was walking to the bookshelf and just boom, 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 boom,
Started
boom.
going off on him.
Yes.
Dang.
That's crazy. I said, dang. Yeah, like
You're not reading anymore after that.
you got your head down trying to figure out which book you want. Like,
Yeah.
that was crazy. Yeah, but it was an experience.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got out of it because once I got out of it, I didn't learn my lesson again. I failed probation. So probation was cool. It put me on a 6-month period, but I couldn't stay on it. I was smoking like a little bit of the reefer, and couldn't pass a drug test. So they're like, well, this is what we're going to do.
Right.
We're either going to send you back somewhere or you're going to go to rehab. So I went through high school kind of like in and out of alternative school, in and out of Gilbert, because I grew up in Gilbert. So I went to Gilbert my whole life, but then as soon as high school came, it just all hit me like a crazy effect. Like I'm going in and out of everywhere. And when I went to rehab, that was in Greenville, and it was called White Horse Academy. It's not open anymore. I've looked it up, but crazy, man. Like I went to rehab. I seen people try to run. I seen people run away in rehab.
No way. Like,
they
get out?
Flight risk, like run. They were out of there. Like, like family. Dude, there was this family visit, right? I'm not gonna lie to y'all. There was this family visit. This guy, I think his name was Skylar, and he was from Charleston, but his mom came to visit him. So as she was leaving, he ran all the way around the whole building just to get to the parking lot where she was at. And she said, no, you're not coming with me. He's just standing there.
No kidding.
Right.
Just standing in the parking lot by himself.
Right.
And she
Security
just
just
drove
comes
off.
up, said, come on, come back in.
So it's cool that you have music that you can just be doing this entire time. No matter what happens, you don't need anything else.
I was in a room, even at rehab, there was like 15, 20 people around me. We're all kind of like freestyling, but everybody's kind of like throwing it around. And, when it's my turn, it's my turn. But
Yeah.
we all have fun. Yeah. Like, not trying to say it was a fun time, but we made our time pass. We passed with music for sure. We just couldn't really get music how we wanted. They wouldn't give us music unless we were in the car, or like in a vehicle with them, and they played it on the radio.
So no like beats or anything to work off of.
No, and that sucked because my grandma actually got me a radio that was a clock, and they didn't know that the whole time. So the whole time, I like tried to turn it up a little bit, but then I wouldn't try to turn it up too loud, and then like I turned it down because like I missed the music so much.
Sure.
That was when like pop was so big. This was like, so I probably went to DJJ. I think probably like 2014. And then right around like 2016, I think that's when pop was like 2015, 2016, pop was going crazy.
Yeah.
Like people were dropping the craziest pop songs I'll still play. And I remember just listening on the radio in those rides, like, wow, like music is really changing. Like I keep missing it. Like I want to just be where I can actually just play the song over if I want to, over and over. Sometimes when they cut the radio on, it's halfway played or it's the end of the song. But it was an experience. It just taught me like, okay, just don't put yourself into these positions again. Because if you go back to these positions, it's probably going to be worse and it's not going to be as easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I told myself, okay, when I get out of here, it's over. And that was crazy because there was so much that happened between, going through those stages. And I lost one of my good friends too when I was going through those stages. And he actually killed himself when I was in high school. That was crazy.
Dang.
So I was going through a lot. And not only was I going through a lot, my mom, she was in rehab when I was in rehab. So she was calling me from rehab while I'm in rehab, calling her.
Wow. Yeah.
Man, I ain't even gonna lie. That shit was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an experience. Like life's a journey from getting expelled to going through DJJ to losing friends and shit. Getting just through everything.
And
man.
only 27 years old.
Yeah, I've lost a lot of people and I've learned a lot since being 27.
Yeah.
But I will say it's been a journey.
The nice part is girls like bad boys, right?
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I'm pretty happy right now where I'm at with my love life. I got somebody I love. I got a family, so
Yeah.
Oh, you got a girlfriend right now?
well, I got a whole family.
Oh, hell yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
I was going to ask you if you're just getting a lot of baddies dropping in your DM.
man, I don't want that to happen because it's gonna stir up an
Right.
argument. Nah, I'm playing. I wouldn't let it happen anyway. I mean, if it happens, I can't really.
What are you going to do? You just got to ignore
I
them.
ignore them.
Yeah, you got to ignore them.
I ignore anything that happens that doesn't benefit me because I know what's gonna benefit me. Like,
Yeah.
especially like in my family. Like, I don't want to lose my family over something on the internet. Like, or somebody that just comes like, oh hey, like no, like I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you let her read your DMs, or does she have access to your phone at all?
I let her go through my phone if she wants to, but she chooses not to because we kind of have like that mutual understanding. Like, I do what I want, she does what she wants, but we both like every time we talk about it, I mean, we know we're not doing nothing. I know she's not. I know I'm not. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
We've been through those stages, of course. Like, oh, let me see your phone. You should see mine. But it's not like it's been a continuous every month. Like that was
Right.
years ago. We've been together almost 3 years now in August. So
Nice.
Wow.
yeah,
Well, I was wondering about that. Like when you're picking women for your music videos,
yeah.
was she one of those women, or like how do you do that with a girlfriend?
Well, my lady is really a blessing because I really have to like, no, I don't have a manager to give me the access to kind of be a middleman for these
Right.
women. So I still have to put the advertisements out, put the post out,
Yep.
get the word out. They still have to message me, and I have to do what I have to do to get
Yeah.
one in the video because I feel like the ladies, they always bring a good look to music videos.
Yeah.
And on top of that, I don't have a manager. I don't know what to do about that. I try to send people to my cameraman, but I feel like it's just better in my ability. My cameraman, I don't know. They don't ever message my cameraman.
Yeah.
So
And so is it like you just put a thing out there, say like an ad almost that says, "Hey, who
Yes.
wants to be in a music video?"
Yes, but-
models.
yes, money behind it, boom, easy.
Yeah.
Like a week post, like a week advertisement. You just put like a budget on it. However
Yeah.
much your budget is for whatever you need, just put a budget behind whatever you need. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's all it takes. I think I had 40, 50 comments, all kind of messages, and I'm like, okay, well, all right. And then you go
Yeah.
through like, okay, like I had the last one that was in my video that I haven't put out yet, and she had experience. She's been in like commercials. She's been on her own, little video run, doing her own footage and stuff. So it helps to have people that have experience, kind of like Greenfield Lighter. The lady that was in my Greenfield Lighter video, she was telling me about this artist named Hardy that's big. That's like Morgan Wallen's friend. And
Yeah, he's massive.
yeah, she was like, yeah, I was in his video. I'm like, okay, well, that really helps because I'm going to probably pick you because you've already got the
Right.
experience. Like, come on. Like, yeah. And I pay everybody. Everybody gets paid. It's all 100% business.
That's great.
'Cause it's just a job, man. Like, don't get me wrong. I mean, music's fun. We got to have fun and it's all fun and shit, but we got to get to work. Cameraman has to get the angles right. We have to do the shots right. We got to
Right.
have all the interactions right. Everything, outfit, man.
Who sets up those Like, do you go through and be like, "Hey, I want you rubbing my chest," and then running your fingers through my hair and grabbing my biceps?
No.
Who coordinates that, or is it free flow?
So my cameraman, if that was the case, he would probably suggest that.
Yeah.
Unless it's something we came up with together. Like I wrote it and then he reads it and proofreads it like, okay,
Yeah.
like this is what we should do. But usually I come up with my own skits, my own ideas, and like, I'll usually send it and I'm like, okay, if this is gonna be good, it's gonna be good. But excuse me, Greenfield Lighter was kind of like a shot in the dark. That was the first jump right into the country rap because I was like, okay, that's when Morgan Wallen and Post Malone were like really like throwing it out there. Shabuzi already had the song last year. I was like, this really seems like something I might try to do, and
Yeah.
I threw it out there, and I I mean, I knew what I was gonna do. I already had the land where I was gonna shoot it, the props where the land was at. I had to get the girl, of course, the right outfit, but everything was perfect,
Yeah,
man. I feel like it's just different, of course. Like, there's so many different ways.
Do you shoot a video for every song or try to?
I try, but it can't always be done because I feel like for for instance, like talking about Morgan Wallen again, I seen his song Cowgirls last time I looked at it, had like 300 million something views.
Right.
No video. So it just goes with how you feel. Like if you feel like you could push a song without the video, go for it. If you feel like it needs a video, give it visuals. Why not? Because you're not, I don't know. I feel like you got to just jump into it. You can't sit there and not. Like, I don't know. Videos are good, but you don't have to have them all the time. No.
Yeah.
It's always good to have content, though. You don't have to have music videos.
Just little clips or something of it.
Yeah, like if you go to the studio, get content done for that song, and then kind of like test the waters out maybe. Like if people like it, yeah, maybe go for it if you see more of that direction. That's kind of where I was at too with the country rap that I'm doing. I'm like, okay, is this gonna do good? And I just took chances. I'm like, well, here we are.
Yeah, man.
I got a really good fan base now because of it.
Sweet.
It's cool.
How does it work getting paid? Because you have to put the money up front, and then you need to get paid on the back end.
Yes.
I'm assuming Spotify, YouTube, but I don't know exactly how it works.
I was gonna say there's a bunch of different ways to do it. From you can get people to work with you on like branding.
Sponsors.
Yeah, sponsors. I've had a lot of people contact me from restaurants to clothing brands to accessory brands to I don't really know how to describe it, like kids stuff. There's so many different like ways to get money now. I mean, you don't have to just get it off streaming platforms, which is a great thing. We got, Spotify, Apple. There's so many other ones I don't really remember right off the bat, but I know there's Amazon Music, Tidal, SoundCloud pays now. You get paid off Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You get paid off of everything. And my music's on everything, and I'm copyrighted, so I get paid for anything. Anytime anybody ever plays my music, anytime I get radio play, I get paid for the radio play. I get paid for anything. Even if a DJ plays my song today, I'm going to get paid for it.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Awesome.
it's cool. I will say I like the most money coming from probably, and like, don't get me wrong, collabs are cool too. I do like collabs. I don't mind making money off of the collabs, but I have to charge. I have to charge people. I mean, I've been putting too much money into my career. Probably spent at least like $100,000 or more on my career.
Yeah.
So I gotta get something. I ain't trying to just, be like, hey, I'll do the song with you unless I really want to do the song with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, or you send me something that really catches my attention, or we just come across each other. But yeah, like there's money to be made all in the music career. Now, I'm not saying everybody's built to jump in the music career to make the money, and it doesn't come fast either. It does not come fast, and you gotta go through the journey. I had to pay for my first shows. I had to pay for all the studio time, all the videos, all the trips, man. Yeah. So many things. Like, I went to Miami to shoot music videos. I went to LA to work on music. I went to Seattle to work on music, Denver to work on music. Atlanta. I mean, we can keep going.
You just
like
go
Charlotte. Yeah.
Is that so? Like when you're in your flow, what does a writing session or a studio session look like for you?
I like to go prepared majority of the time.
Like you bring a notebook with some phrases on it. What do you?
I kind of just bring my phone. I bring my phone and just have it on there. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like if
so how do you put an idea into a song? Like where do the Like I was trying to think about that on like, do you just like hear certain words or phrases where you're like, oh, I gotta get that in a.
Sometimes it comes to me really in the randomest times. I don't know if there's any artists out there that might relate to this, but I'll be laying in my bed about to go to sleep. I have my eyes closed, laying on the pillow. Something just hit my head. I'll be like, I gotta write that down. I'll
Yeah.
write it down. I'll
Yeah.
read it the next day. I'm like, huh. Then maybe the next day I'll add something to it, and
Right.
it kind of can go from there. Or sometimes I'll just be in a good mood and I'll just jump right into writing a whole song right then and there, 1 hour maybe. Greenfield Lighter, it took me only, I think, maybe 2 hours at the most to write it.
Wow.
Because I was really trying to figure out, like, okay, like, is this gonna be what I want to do? I was
Yeah.
just doing it to test it out, and now here we are. I got like
Like,
a
do
real
you hear
fan
the
base.
beat though, or like, are you just is it words and then later you kind of figure out how to craft it around the beat, or do you? It's all kind of one little.
Like, I feel like I have to hear the beat first sometimes. Sometimes I actually write it down without a beat, and then I'll just go over like beats, and I'll be like, okay, this fits.
Yeah.
But sometimes I'll just get the beat, and I'll be like, okay, that's what I want. I want
Yeah.
to actually get the beat first, write it to it, or I kind of have to hum it sometimes. I hum it first while I'm listening to the beat, kind of get the melody first. I'm like, okay, that's how it's got to go.
Right.
And then I kind of just start spitting words out. I'm like, okay, write that down. If I don't like it, take it off. If I like, and sometimes when you go to the studio, you might say the wrong thing too, because you're trying to read and say it at the same time. So yeah, I mean, sometimes it comes out different too, and then you're like, oh, I like that more.
Yeah.
So it's all about process, man. Like, it's all a process. I can't rush my studio sessions though. Like, it at least takes me probably an hour to 2 hours to make one good song at least. Like,
Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
just doing it over and over, like reps.
yeah, like over and
Yeah.
over, trying to make sure the vocals are exactly where I want them. And sometimes we even have to come back to do them. My song "Fishing for You," I think I did that 3 times, and it's just rapping, but I kind of did a little singing on it. But it was just different because like it was like, okay, like Greenfield Lighter, it was more like not like melodic, but it had more like symphony, kind of like a melody for sure. But then "Fishing for You" was kind of like gritty, rappy, like dirty kind of
Yeah.
country rap. So it was just like, okay, I gotta actually take my time on this instead of actually like, yeah, it's different, man. Because I've been doing hip hop since 14, and then last year, when I guess I was 26 still, yeah, I switched over just to see what it would do, and it really did a good thing for me, and I'm blessed to actually say that. Like, I've heard a lot of people have tried country rap.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. I'm like, okay, cool. And hip hop, I mean, it I'm not saying it didn't work for me, but
Yeah.
I was thinking like, okay, it's kind of oversaturated right now.
Yeah.
There's too many artists trying to be rappers in the rap and hip hop community. Where am I gonna fit in?
Right.
So I was like, I need to find something that sets me apart.
Yeah.
I'm already from the country, Gilbert, South Carolina.
Yeah.
So I already knew what to do. I just
Yeah.
took it to the next level. It kind of came naturally too. The country kind of metaphors, because I already grew up in the country, so I already know what to put down. I already knew what to write. I just had to figure out how to say it, what beat.
Yep.
We're good, and then yeah.
So I've been dying to ask you to freestyle something for us because
Oh,
we need a
man.
podcast theme or podcast jingle,
Hit if you
something
will.
hot.
Man, give me a topic.
All right. Well, we definitely want podcasts to be in the topic,
Okay.
and we're Columbia's hottest podcast. Everyone keeps telling us that.
Yeah.
We're handsome.
We're handsome.
Biceps are ripped.
We won the best podcast.
Oh man. Oh really?
We got merch.
Yeah, we got good merch.
okay.
Yeah.
If you wanna, if
Okay.
somebody
Somebody
brings
caught
you
it.
any
That's
inspiration,
crazy. Y'all are crazy, man.
We attacked you before the show to do a mini music video. You could throw that in there.
Okay. Oh man,
Here we
shoot.
go.
You want to put a beat on? You want me to just do it without a beat?
I think we
How
could
do
go
we do
beat.
a
Can you put a
beat?
beat on there? Okay.
think we can do a beat?
Do you want us to freestyle a beat, or we want to use your phone for a
So
beat?
it's all good.
I think if you give me your phone, I'll
Look,
put
you
it in
got
here.
it. Look, you got it.
Do I just gotta keep doing that?
Yeah, just keep doing that. I got it.
You're gonna do that the whole time.
I don't know how long I could do it for. I don't.
He's
I'll make
gonna
will that
fade
mess
out.
you up?
I'll make it
All right.
quick. Come on. Yeah. If you're here for the health of it, you better be here for the help of it. You here with the best podcast in Columbia, South Carolina. Yes, sir. Eliii, 3 eyes standing on it. Yeah. And I stand on it.
Love that. Wow,
baby.
that was good. You guys are a great team.
Dude, it's hard. That's hard doing what I
It
just
was a
did.
lot of work. Yeah,
I
he did good, but I think
messed
you
up
did great
I
too.
messed up a couple times.
Hey, man.
That's great. Thank you. That was great.
Hey, man. I was trying to give y'all a little jingle. I'm like,
love that.
Yep.
Shoot, I tried. Oh, man.
And you said you like freestyle. Like,
I do.
have you done any of those battles, like where you go head to head?
I haven't, but I found out really where I was really good at freestyling and making music when I was actually, oh man, I don't even know where to start. Like from the high school experience in the classrooms, sitting in my desk, like people around me, like, okay, say something, spit something.
Yeah.
Or like my grandma, we would sit on her porch. I got a song called Grandma's Porch, but we would actually sit on her porch and I play little beats and we'd all freestyle and we'd all rap around and that it just kind of happened from school freestyling to doing it with friends at home and it just kind of went from there really.
Nice. Do you do any instruments? Like, were you ever like drums or bongos?
I tried guitar. It didn't work. I did play it for like a couple years, but it just didn't work out for me because it's
hard.
It's a lot, and I also got ADHD. I don't really talk about that, but it's hard for me to kind of like, keep my fingers moving around on the right spots because like it's really about coordination. It's kind of like making music, but from a vocal perspective, it's kind of easy because you just go off of energy, really. But yeah, with that, you got to be really like, you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
I tried. I don't know what I'm doing. I might pick it up again one day, but I'm not promising. I'm going to pick up the guitar.
Right.
Again. Yeah.
Do you do like, I know in some of your, I was listening to a bunch of your music at the gym, and it was great. Like
Okay.
I felt like I was pumping a little harder with it,
Yeah.
which was nice. There's a part where you're at a strip club.
Yeah.
Do you speak about like real life? Like, is that one of those things where you tell your old lady, you're like, hey, I gotta do market research, and I gotta head to the club.
Dude, you want to know what's crazy, right? This is the craziest thing ever. So that song that you're talking about is called Birkin.
Yeah.
I actually made that song without even thinking like, okay, like this could be a real scenario. I was just kind of like on some fiction, like, okay, this is fiction. It doesn't have to be real.
Yeah.
But it turned out this is a crazy experience. Like it kind of happened. It didn't happen before, it happened after.
Yeah.
So after I made the song, I'm at this strip club in this area. It's called Rose Gold. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Rose Gold. It's right there.
Randy
off of
has
Broad-
been.
Is it in Gilbert?
No, it was on Broad River.
Man.
Yes.
Does Gilbert have one?
No.
Oh God, I hope not.
No. So I'm gonna be honest, it just happened. Like I was sitting there with my buddy John, me and my buddy John, he's never been, so I brought him and we're sitting there and this girl came up to me and she actually was just like, yeah, like, just asking me everything, sat on my lap, just wanted to talk to me. Like she didn't ask me for no money. She was bringing me drinks for free, bringing me what I wanted.
Love that.
She was, and it's just crazy. Like I know that was a crazy experience because it happened. Like it
Just
wasn't-
real life, yeah.
Yeah, it was real life. Like it was a song at first. Like okay, met her at the strip club. Actually had kind of like that experience, but I didn't think it would ever happen.
that's great.
Because a lot of music, I'm not saying it's fiction, but there's a lot of people that have to make things seem
Like embellish it a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm not saying, of course it has to be real. It can be real. The more real it is, the better it is. But you can always make it a little fictional. Yeah, like not saying I never went to the strip club. We were always going to the strip club growing up. 18 years old, going up.
Hey, just so everybody knows, this guy's been to the strip club.
Yeah, like from Atlanta to South Carolina, I don't even know, man. Like, just, I know.
Yeah.
But, you know, you just don't know until you know it's actually happened. It's like, oh, that actually happened. Like,
Right.
yeah, like, yeah, that was, it didn't happen before, like I said, but I felt it after it happened. I'm like, wow, this really happened. It's kind of like deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, huh.
You're like, I got a song about this.
But I hear about it. Right.
It's like the law of attraction. You just talk about it and then it happens.
Man, I didn't know what to do. So,
Have you ever seen the movie 8 Mile?
yes, of course.
Is that a inspiring thing to you, or
Yeah,
somewhat?
not really. I'm more of like myself. I kind of stand on myself. Like, I motivate myself. Like, don't get me wrong. I look at a lot of people for inspiration, but that's just for inspiration. Like, I never wanted to be like Eminem, but he's an inspiration because it's like, okay, he got to where he's at doing what he wanted to do without having to judge other people and nobody. I mean, they might have judged him, but he didn't care. And that's how I feel. Like, you know, you can judge me all you want, but I really don't care. Like, I'm happy where I'm at, and if people like what I'm doing, why am I going to change it? So,
Yeah.
That's interesting. And what about 50 Cent?
I think 50 Cent is a hilarious guy. Like, on the internet, he's great. Like, he is so funny. I think I don't know how to explain his humor, but from an artist perspective, he definitely, you know, he's a boss. He didn't also put himself just in position. He put a lot of other artists in position, a lot of other people, and I feel like he's a great guy. He's got a great well, he's not. I don't know. His background's good. I don't think it's bad. I mean, he got shot, so that's not good. But,
Right.
you know, yeah, but he's a good guy, you know, and I have respect for him. I have respect for everybody in the rap community, pretty much, yeah.
I've been listening to his book. He just put out a new audiobook, and he's moving from rap into the film and TV space. He did Power.
Okay,
So it was interesting listening to him talk about how he got to the top of the music career or music charts and getting shot and being fearless and the whole thing, and then transitioning all the skills that he learned there over to a new industry.
Yeah.
Still artistic, but just a different world, kind of.
Yeah, it's just different. I mean, like, TV is a really good platform because you can really do different things with TV. You can put music behind the shows. You can put different artists into acting perspectives where artists that have only done music videos are actually getting the chance to do like real like movies and shows. Like there's a lot of artists on 50 Cent's shows, and if you actually watch them, you'll recognize the artists. You'll see the people. You'll be like, okay, like, he does a lot for people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's really one thing I'd love to do too. If I ever got a big platform, I'd love my own show. I'd love to help, you know, show other people a different like avenue. Like, hey, like, there's more than just music videos. Like, we can make a movie. We can make a TV show. I don't know.
Have you ever worn anything you regret, like jean shorts?
I don't think
Like
I've
on
ever.
a performance or anything?
I will say this
Just
one.
trying not to look at your legs, but he keeps accidentally looking at your legs.
Man, look. I did this one show, right? And when I did this show, it was in Florence a long time ago. It was like probably like 18, I think 19, 18 years old. And I was performing. Nobody knew this besides one of my friends because I told them. Man, you ever seen the SpongeBob episode? One of the very first SpongeBob episodes where his pants rip. Yes.
Are you at ripped pants?
My pants ripped as I'm performing. Like, from my ass to my freaking private area, man. I'm sitting there like, this is awful. So, yeah, but I rocked it out.
You still kept going.
They were singing my lyrics word for word. Nobody checked me out. And,
How did it rip? Like, you just stretched a little, like, the wrong way, or what happened? You squatted too deep?
That was the last time I ever wore, what are they called? They're kind of like, I think they're called track pants. Kind of like,
Oh, yeah. Like a windsuit almost.
Yeah, kind of like but like they were kind of like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, they just ripped, man. I don't even know what happened.
Did it have an inner lining in it?
Yeah,
Were those the kind of pants or no?
I think so. I think it had that lining.
Those
and-
get tight.
Yeah,
I could see
and
that.
the stitching was I could tell it wasn't
Yeah.
gonna last.
Yep.
I was like, damn, this sucks. But I rocked it out though. It was a good show. I made a lot of people happy that day.
That's great.
And so you tour around doing shows then.
Yes, I haven't done a tour in a while, but I used to tour around. Yes, and I used to go all over doing shows. Still probably gonna do it again soon. I just haven't figured
Yeah.
out when. But
Yeah.
yeah.
So is Columbia your home base, or Gilbert? Is that still your home base?
Yeah, I don't have nothing against Gilbert. I love Gilbert, but it's just I live in Columbia now, so it's like I'm not ever back home to be home. But I got Gilbert on my back. I was born there. I'm not trying to die there, but I'm gonna die with it in my reputation. Like, like Gilbert has always been there for me. I've always been there for Gilbert. It made me who I am. So, yeah.
Can you help us with like our swagger? I noticed like you had good hand motions when we did the earlier filming.
Yeah.
How do you get the hand motions going? Is that just years of performing? Or like did you ever feel like I'm up here singing, I'm up here rapping, and my hands are just doing things that aren't
I feel like it came to the first thing you said. Like it's kind of like
just
something
gotta
that
do it.
just over the years, like I got better and better. I
Yeah.
still don't feel like I'm great at it. I mean, I feel like when I watch other people's music videos, I'm like, wow, like
Stay
how
right
are,
in the mic for me.
I'm like, how are their hand directions so good? Like I don't know, like I don't get it.
I was watching. I mean, I feel like even throughout the podcast, you got good motion.
Immediately, yeah, you started moving your hands in waves that I did. I was doing something like this.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Wait, the footage.
Tom
is
was
gonna
doing.
be-
Tom was working.
Man, y'all
just
caught me
felt-
off guard. I didn't know we were about to do all that, but yeah, I mean, I'm used to this. Like I am always ready to be on camera. Like it don't matter what time of day. I've been so used to this my whole life. Like it's just part of it, and the hands they go with it because. You're not supposed to just sit there and look dull. You
Yeah.
can't. You gotta have some
You gotta
motion.
move,
like
yeah.
you said, some swagger. You gotta have some movement. You gotta have You don't
We
have
need
to
help with that.
Yeah, that's good.
We need
Can you-
coaching on
so,
that.
so you kind of have your fingers in like a pointing position,
Yeah,
It's kind of
and
like
then
a
you kind of go in and out.
yeah.
See, so like I kind of this
That
is
ring
the
helps.
this is the Eli 3 eyes right here. So like this is the 3 eyes.
Oh, the old shocker.
Yeah. But I mean, really, I don't really like. I kind of just do whatever
Yeah.
goes in my hands. But if you see me doing this
That's
is
the
not a
3
gang
eyes.
sign. This is the 3 eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you might be too young for this, but that's you know what else? That's the sign for the shocker. You know what the shocker is?
Oh God.
Oh God, I don't even know. If, are we allowed?
I
to
don't
say
even
it
know
on
if you want to tell him because it'll change how it looks.
It's. I feel like you need.
I-
You tell me this. You're
I
the
don't.
HR department.
I don't know.
here.
This might have to get cut out.
It's 2 in the private area,
Whoa.
the front,
Whoa.
and 1 in the back.
No. Oh,
So,
Lord.
dude, you got maybe maybe the older generation might be going, wait, is he doing the shocker sign or is he doing
Right.
the 3 eyes? Just to keep it.
Like when I do it, I say Eli 3 eyes. Like
Yeah.
I throw it up. Like,
I think that'll
I
work.
don't
Yeah,
just be throwing
it
it,
works.
up the whole
Yeah.
You're
time.
not throwing it. Okay, good.
No.
And your fingers are kind of open. Like you kind of do it with open
Yeah,
fingers like
like-
that too.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
man.
So you'll go 3 eyes and then you'll drop it down.
Yeah, like I mean, I
You
go
go
like
up
this.
first, then
No,
down.
I usually go like this.
You
Yeah,
just go
I
up a few times.
Yeah, I go like that.
Yeah.
Maybe from the side a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
What else do you think he should do with his arms? Like he seems a little stiff with his arms when he's moving, right? You think that's part of it?
Dude, I
Just move
I'm
around.
tight. Yeah.
Just move.
The thing they don't move. It's like they don't move when I want them to move, and then by the time it moves, it's like too late. That's kind of how I feel about my.
Man. Hey.
Because I was watching you, I was trying to like go to your singing and the beat, and it was like, oh, I'm way behind, and then I can't catch up. It happens at like group fitness class too, so it's
Yeah.
not like there's something off about my hearing. I think,
You're here.
and then maybe my coordination.
Hey, man. It just takes time. Just a little bit of effort, a little
just gotta-
practice.
I gotta get. Do you ever do any mirror sessions where you look in the mirror and you kind of
Yeah. What? Always. Every day.
Every
I
time
might-
you
I
walk
might-
by it.
I might do it once a day at least, but yeah, I'm always like, yeah, like that's that guy in the
Dude,
mirror.
I saw a guy in the corner, like as I was driving my son to school, and he was doing the like, and like, But I think he was practicing. He was singing, but I mean, it looked good though.
Oh, shit.
But I mean, he was pretending to shoot people. But it was, you could tell it was like it was fluid.
Yeah.
It was a good flow.
Yeah, he wasn't trying to do it just to do it. He had to hear something.
He was hearing it and like going to the song, and it was good.
They say that NBA YoungBoy, I don't know if you ever heard of NBA YoungBoy, they're saying that he made John Morant's career go crazy.
Really?
Oh, because he was listening to that man's music and made him do all that.
Yeah.
Pulling guns out and
Yep.
doing gun hand signs. It's crazy, man.
That is
Music
crazy.
music will make you do some shit.
Yep.
I'm not lying.
Yeah.
Tell
You're
me.
telling me.
Tell you.
I'm dressed like a cowboy right now.
Hey, man.
but with jean shorts.
I should have came to part. I should have. But I was just like, I don't know. Maybe I should be myself today. I don't know.
Yeah.
Why not?
He just pulls up, hey, get in the back of Randy's tailgate. We're gonna shoot a video.
Man.
It's like, hey, come sit on this.
All right, we're gonna walk in the woods now.
No, I ain't gonna lie.
I
you
started
know.
crying. Yeah, if this video goes live, this music video, I'm tearing up, crying.
Okay.
But like because it's fun and funny. Like
yeah.
I wasn't expecting us to put you on a tailgate and start shooting.
I didn't expect it either.
But you went with it. It was great.
I'm always down for what's next.
I tried to give you some warning, though. I kind of told you we're going to do some fun things.
Yeah. Man, I don't mind. I love doing content. I really want as much content as possible.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Whatever y'all do, I'm down.
Do you Preach Jacobs? You heard of him?
No.
We got to connect you with him. He's
Okay.
like a local hip hop. He DJs at on Tuesdays down at Lula Drake. He was on our show.
Okay.
He's like real well known for the hip hop scene here in Columbia. We'll connect you guys.
So,
You said
he's got
what's-
Soul House. It's a kind of like an art museum,
Yeah.
Soul House. Okay.
but he's
Yeah,
focused on the
Local-
hyper
it's
local, is
local,
what he
yeah.
calls himself.
Local hip hop. We'll get you guys connected. That'll be good.
Does he own that art gallery
Yes.
downtown?
Yes.
Really?
Preach, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Please connect me.
dude,
I've been
great
trying to connect with him
Yeah, man.
about going in there. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Are there musicians that you aspire to be like, or like, what are you listening to besides yourself? Or do you listen to?
I listen to myself.
Oh, you do listen to
I
yourself?
do.
Okay.
Yeah.
But who else are you listening to, or who do you aspire to be like?
Man,
Are there any artists?
I got so many like I got a mix from like I go from our area. I listen to artists in our area from like Nike Town Jew, Black Zach. Those are like the rappers in our city. Like I listen. God, there's so many in our city. It's hard to
Wait,
name
so
them all.
two of the biggest ones in
So you
Columbia.
listen to local? Just stick.
I listen to a lot
Yeah.
of local rap. I listen to all the hip hop and rap like in the Columbia, kind of South Carolina. We have a lot of good artists. It's not just Columbia. We have Greenville artists, the 864. We got the 843. They got great artists. 803. We got great artists. The whole state is full of artists, man. So I always try to start with our artists first, and from there I go to like. God, I don't really know how to describe it. I go different genres. Like one day I might be playing.
Taylor Swift, for example.
No. Now, like, I think I'm saying this right. I think they're called The Killers. They got a song called Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I can go from like that all the way to like pop, which is like Far East movement, which is like some crazy pop you might not even know.
No. What about?
But you got people like hip hop that I listen to that are always going to be like, you know, the stars, of course, like Drake. And then you got I got to look through my phone, man. I got so many artists I listen to.
You're just always listening to tunes?
Yes.
What about like do you go like DMX hard? Like
No.
Never.
See, like, it'll go from like Lil Durk. I got Big Crit right here, Montana 700. Got a bunch of different people, but it goes from like the rappers from like on our side. Then I got a lot of West Coast rap on here too.
Right. What
So-
about country? Do you go straight country?
I personally, I listen to a lot of country too. I listen to a lot of the country that's got like the hip hop to it. There's this kid I've been listening to lately named Kid G. I like his music. I listen to a lot of oh God, I don't even know how to describe it. I just switch it up,
Just a
man.
variety.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I might like some Sam Hunt one day, then I might go to Jason Aldean the next day.
Yeah.
But then, like I said, the rap, I might like some T.I. one day, and then I might go to like Twista or Kanye. Like, I'm just crazy with my music taste. Like, my music taste is just all over the place.
Yeah, that's great. I think you gotta be like that, I think.
Yeah, I don't like just sticking in one area. I like rock and roll too. My dad grew me up. I was raised on rock, so
Yeah.
like Leonard Skinner, Def Leppard, how do you say it?
Leppard,
Def
yeah.
Leppard, yeah, all of them, man. Damn, I can't. I'm trying to say a bunch of them, but yeah, Boston, they're a good one.
Yeah.
There's so many rock bands, just so much music, man. But it's all in my head, and every time I work on something, it just comes out of me. I'm like, okay, which side am I going towards for this record? Like, I don't know.
Who would you say is the biggest name in Colombia that you think would be cool to have on the podcast too?
Man, if y'all want the biggest in the city, God, I don't know. Personally, I think there's this guy y'all need to reach out to named Trap Dicky. He's not from Colombia, but he's the biggest out of
the
our
area.
state right now. Like,
Trap Dicky.
Like I'm talking about, dude. I'm talking about. I'm telling you, that's the biggest artist coming out of our state right now,
All right.
and I can honestly say that because there's so many different artists in our state, but like the hip hop scene he's carrying is definitely. I salute to him. Like I'm telling you, that is crazy. His run right now is going crazy.
Nice.
He's getting every collab with any artist he ever wanted right now.
Wow.
All the big
sweet.
names.
What I guess speaking of that, did you ever think of a different rap name? Like the rap names that are out there, pretty wild. Was it always Eli Three Eyes, or
No.
give me some other things you were tossing around?
So when I started, I was Eli. I was Lil E.
Lil
E, because I'm Eli.
Yep.
My real name's Eli, so it's Lil E, and I went by Lil E until I was about 18. Then I realized, okay, I don't, I'm
Lil or Little?
Lile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Lil E.
Yeah.
It was cool, but it didn't really like give me that kind of recognition I wanted. Like nobody really took me serious.
Yeah,
And then I think I was about 18. I switched it around. I made Eli with 3 eyes because it stands for me, myself, and I. So
Oh, I like that.
yeah, you got the 3 eyes, and then you got the 3 and the L, or the E and the L. So I mean, Eli with 3 eyes, man. I mean, I don't know. My name is Eli, and then it kind of rhymes, so it just kind of
That works.
it just rolls together. Like yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if there were other things like that you toss or like. It's interesting that you try that because Trap Dicky sounds like.
I'm telling you.
Where does that come from? You know what I mean? Like that's just nicknames growing up, or
I think yeah.
that how mostly-
People usually get their names from growing up, yes, and it usually either comes from a family member, or a friend, or a school member, or something.
yep.
Kind of like Lil E. I feel like I was giving that probably more of my friends around me, but I gave it to myself too. But I switched it around to give myself more branding opportunities because I feel like you can brand Eli 3 Eyes better than Lil E. Like it just doesn't really look the same. So.
Yeah,
Plus more mature now, so not Lil no more.
that's right.
Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to coming up, or is there any connections that you're looking for? Because now's the time to announce on Columbia's hottest podcast.
I am trying to work my move and open for some artists this year. Hopefully some like huge artists because I've opened for big artists before, but never like, in the billions of billion numbers, the hundreds of millions of people that listen to them. Like I've worked with people and been around people and, been in the opportunity to be in the range in the same place as these people, but nothing like Drake status or like Michael Jackson status or like somebody really big. Like even now, Kendrick Lamar is like the biggest rapper right now. Like even at that status, like when I feel like I meet people on that level, even in country, man, like I would love to work with Jason Aldean, Sam Hunt, Post Malone, Morgan. I think I already said Morgan. I feel like in the hip hop community, I would love to work with just pretty much anybody that wants to reach out. Honestly, I'm not picky. Like I really like working. I don't mind working. I love working. I was about to say, there's a couple artists I want to work with. Chase Matthews, he's in country. There's this artist that's in North Carolina right now. His name's Anella. Anella? I think that's how you say his name, but he's hard. He's under 2 Chainz as DJ.
Sweet.
Yeah, I met him too. He's a cool dude. Everybody's just cool. Like, I don't have a problem with the community, man. Look, reach out. Y'all want to work with me? Hit me up. Feel free to DM me. Send me a message. I'm ready to work. And that goes for shows, opportunities, hostings, any bookings. Hit me up.
Love that.
Yeah.
What if we wanted to shoot a music video and include you and maybe some models?
Yeah.
What price point are models getting hired at? Like, what would we even expect to put down to?
Woo. Man, I'm not going to lie to you. It all depends on the popularity.
Yeah.
So if you reach somebody that's got like a couple thousand followers, they're only going to charge a couple $100, maybe $100, $200, depends.
For the whole video.
But if you contact somebody with thousands of followers, you better be ready to pay that check.
Like
And
10K more follower type deal, or
I'm
50K follower?
yes, anybody with a big following is going to charge you a lot because they know people are going to come to that video looking for them.
Right.
So it's kind of like this artist I seen. He used this girl from the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight.
Yeah.
One of the girls that were in the ring.
The ring girl, yeah.
Yes, and this one guy I've been paying attention to him named Graham Barham. He's been using that girl the whole time. I don't know how much he paid her, but her following is huge.
You're right.
So the song got 10 million plays in the first week. But he promoted her in every video on every platform every day, multiple times a day. I don't know how much he paid her, but everybody in the comments said this, her. Yeah.
Do you track stats like that, like views or listens or any of that stuff?
I try not to pay attention to it too much because it'll distract me from myself. But now, if I feel like I need to reach out to somebody that's like on the verge of like up and coming, I always try to reach out to people. I always try to work with people before they ever get to any big point. I always try to give people a chance way before it ever happens. And I've seen it happen. I've seen people blow up in front of me, literally. Like, it's crazy. I know it can happen to me because I've seen it happen. Like my friend, shout out Nico Baby. I got a homeboy named Nico. He's a producer. And I remember Offset messaged him. I don't know if y'all know Offset from the Migos.
No.
So the Migos, y'all probably heard of the Migos.
Yeah,
One of the biggest rap groups of all time. And he messaged Nico, and it shows me like this is real, man. Like
blue check mark kind of deal.
Like,
wow.
You just never know who's about to reach out. I think I don't remember which one of y'all I told, but Colt Ford reached out to me recently, and that was cool.
That's sweet.
I was like, that is crazy. Like, you just don't know who's gonna reach out. This music's crazy, man. One day you could blow up, one day you might not, but you never know who's watching. You never know who's gonna reach out, when, where, how.
Yeah.
And you're in the best time to be in this industry too, because it used to be there was gatekeepers and agents, and if you wanted to do something with someone else, there was a bunch of middlemen in between who all wanted their share.
Yeah.
Now you can just DM them and decide to do something if you want.
Yeah, but they gotta decide to give you your chance. A lot of people don't give chances like you would expect. It's kind of like with the management part I've talked about. I don't have management because nobody has taken me where I wanted to. And don't get me wrong, I've had people offer it to me, but they never actually go through with it.
Right.
I'm like, okay, so what are we doing? And now I'm sitting here doing it all by myself. I'd rather have management. I'd rather have somebody do the work for me. But I mean, shoot, I don't mind if they reach out to me. I reach out to them. It's all.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
What? I guess when you're, you mentioned a producer. Where do you get beats from? Is that what producers do? They make beats?
Yeah.
Is that hard to get to like have for your song?
Not really, because there's so many beats. But if you have a producer that you like and you stick with, he's gonna look out for you just like you look out for him. So it's been like that for me. I've always been about building with people, and I've always built with the producers I've worked with. I've known a lot of them for so long, and that's how it should be. It's good to get beats off the internet, but don't go to YouTube. A lot of people go to YouTube because they think that's the only way to get beats. You go to I go to beatstars.com. Beatstars.com is a crazy platform. You can just upload your beats anytime.
And you just pay like a one-time fee for the beat, or they're free?
Well, yeah, you got to buy the beat depending on what the price is.
Yeah.
But there's so many different producers on there, and all you have to do is type in what taste you have. You type in what artist you want to get a beat similar to their beat. Like you type in, like I said, like Post Malone, there's going to be Post Malone beats. You type in country, it's going to be country beats. Type in rap. But if you type in your exact feel that you're looking for, it'll exactly come up. Like, I've gotten lucky doing that. Like, honestly, I did a feature with this dude that was signed to Gucci Mane, and that's how I found the beat for that. I didn't know what to do for the song, but I actually knew how to make the feature happen. So I'm like, now I need a beat, and I just went on BeatStars.
Yeah,
it wasn't my first time, but I found the beat in 10 minutes. I swear.
That's sweet.
Like, it's crazy, man. I drove all the way to Chattanooga, did the music video and all with the artist that Gucci signed, and just crazy, man. Like, I literally just got the beat off of BeatStars, like 10 minutes, and then just went and recorded it. Took me an hour to write it. But, like, that's what I mean, though. You can get beats quick if you want them quick, but it's always better to build because then you get opportunities.
Yeah.
Like, that producer, he's going to be like, okay, well, if he runs into somebody he needs to talk about your name to, he's going to bring it up. Or, like if he likes something that he made and he knows that you're going to fit on it, he's going to send it straight to you. So that's usually how it goes for me now. My producers, they send me the beats that they know I'm going to fit on. Instead of me having to be like, hey, send me beats, they send them to me. And I just have them.
What's your favorite song of yours? Like if you were like to a new listener of you, what would you want them to hear first out of you?
Oh, End of the Night.
End of the
sure.
Night.
Yeah, because that's really like the sound I'm trying to go with this year. Not saying it won't be the sound that I'll continue to carry all year, but it's the sound that I'm promoting and I'm trying to show to the whole world. Because I feel like End of the Night is the perfect introduction to coming into my music. Because I don't know, some people don't like the same taste, so it kind of has that field of different variety to it. It has pop in it, has hip hop in it, country in it. You come to it, you're going to find something that you should like. Yeah. And if you don't, I have other music. I have plenty of rap music, plenty of hip hop, plenty of different mixes. Even the country songs, I got a couple of those. And I got more that I'm dropping soon.
Nice.
I personally think End of the Night, if anybody should ever check me out, go to that first, please.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that the numbers are doing good on YouTube. We just hit like double digit, like we're up there. We're going to hit 100,000 probably in the next month or two.
Sweet.
So I know on top of that, streams are doing good. I'm so thankful for everybody that's been playing my music and giving me a chance, and just, I don't know. I really don't know how people enjoy my music, but I know how I enjoy others. So I hope y'all enjoy mine just like I enjoy others.
Yeah, sweet.
Yeah.
What's a day in the life look like for you, like as a musician? Are you, like, you wake up when you want to? You kind of...
Yeah, I'm a parent now. I had my child in December, so that really gave me a like I don't sleep the same no more. I was staying up all night and then sleeping through most of the day, but now I'm kind of trying to, because my child, she's a little bit older, so my girl can sleep more through the night and I can sleep through the night now. But I used to just wake up when I wanted, like 1, 2 o'clock, 12 o'clock. And
PM?
Yeah.
I love that. And
I
then
woke up today, and I was thankful I woke up. I think I woke up at like 8:30, and she only cried like one time during the night.
That's nice.
It's crazy.
So, but you're a night owl. That's where you do your best work, is at night?
Yeah.
Normally, or like...
It just depends. Like if I'm on the road, it's kind of like a mood thing. Like I can go based off the vibes and the feelings and where I'm at. Like if I'm on the West Coast, like when I went to LA, I was making LA type music, or when I went to Seattle, I was making West Coast kind of music, and it just came to me naturally. I wrote the songs out there, got the beats out there. I got producers everywhere. So all the producers, I went to every state. They've met with me. We've sat in the studios, done it all organically. And I don't know. Sometimes it's good like that for sure.
Yeah.
I think I've had a lot of good experiences. Every studio session's been really good.
Yeah, man.
What? So you've been talking about your lady and your kid a little bit.
Yes.
What's your biggest relationship tip and parenting tip? One of each.
Man, relationship tip, just be honest. And
Great.
for
That's a good one.
parenting, just be ready to attend your child. It's going to happen.
Stay ready.
Be honest and be attentive. Yeah, always attend and always be honest. Because, dude, I'm telling you, life's gonna go so much easier if you're there for your child, and you're always honest with your lover, whoever you love. Because you don't need to be hiding nothing. And then on top of that, like, it's just too much, man. Just have a good life. Don't stress.
Tell the truth.
Don't stress.
And you heard of Harry Mack, the rapper? He like does freestyle rapping on Instagram, and it's unbelievable.
Unreal.
To Harry Mack.
He's massive. Yeah, he does like Omegle, I think it is. Is that like, have you ever done the Omegle where I don't even? It's like looks like it's video.
Yeah, that was
random.
That's like
chatting.
old. That was like chat roulette back in the day.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
But I mean, he has people give him 3 random words, and then he plays a beat and just goes for like 3 minutes, and it is crazy good.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to look him up.
Yeah.
But here's what I was thinking of. You guys have to have a crazy good vocabulary.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
and how do you stay up with the slang? And like, are you looking for new words?
I'm always. I didn't graduate high school, so I never got that education I wanted. So I don't really have the vocabulary that I want.
Yeah.
And I'm always trying to learn more. I'm always trying to read. I'm always trying to learn. I'm always trying to add more words. Because, I do run out of words. I feel like a lot of artists do run out of words. And that's why we always get help with writing. I'm actually starting to get people to help me write now. Cause
nice.
I can't do all this anymore all by myself. I mean, I can. But I'm starting to get to that point where I'm like, I really want to ask people for help. Like, I don't want to just keep doing it by myself.
Right.
You look at songs, too. There's like 5-10 people on some songs sometimes. Like, how many people really sit in a room and approve, like, okay, you read this, and then you read this, and I don't know.
Yeah.
I've got a cousin, his name's Sam, who does a ton of writing. Sam Jardine.
Okay.
He was used to be a professional hockey player. And now he's into the writing and the
poetry
space like this. He likes journaling, poetry. Pretty much anything like that. He's into it.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell him to send over some lyrics your way. See if it makes something of it.
I love collaborating with other people. It doesn't have to be just artists, songwriters. I love songwriters, man. Anybody that can write songs, please hit me up. I would love to work.
Yep. Tell us about your facial hair. I've noticed you've had that for a while, right?
Shit.
That's just is that the style that you like to go with, or have you ever gone full beard? What's the move?
I personally, I feel like I always kind of had like different looks. Like it would always be thicker, and then mustache would be thicker. But I actually started taking care of myself like years ago. I wasn't like, I'm not saying I didn't take care of myself, but like I never actually got like the barbers to give me the full treatment. I always got the cheap haircuts growing up, and I was like, I don't want to spend that much money, but I realized the more you spend, the more you're gonna feel good and look good.
Yes.
So that's where I've always been. Like now, I spend way more on my haircuts, way more, because I know the barbers, they cost more, but it gets more
better
done.
look, better feel,
better everything.
Yep.
So,
Randy finally found somebody good.
Yeah, I've been getting dialed into that too.
Because he was rough for a while. He was on a journey.
Yep.
Man, it's not easy. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Especially like if you have a good barber you've stuck with forever. Like it's like your best friend at that point. You've been to him your whole life. And then it's like, I gotta go somewhere else. You know, it's like a breakup. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I don't want to do this. But yeah, man, I had to switch it up. And I switched it up a couple times. Like from my Gilbert barber. And then I had a barber in Irmo, and then I switched it around to this barber over here in Casey.
Nice.
So, I kept moving around, making sure, like, okay, like, where...
Things, keep them high and tight. In my last couple questions were just basically on preparation. When you go into a show, let's say, what does that look like for your prep? Like, do you have a routine? Do you like to have a couple drinks beforehand? Do you like to, like, what does that look like?
I personally, I'm not trying to say I'm hippie, but I like to smoke.
Yeah.
So I smoke. I
And
give me
kinda
a
relax.
little herb, we'll relax a little bit, and then I just go over everything. Like, okay, what songs are in order? What's the set list?
Yeah.
Go over the songs, make sure I don't stutter when I go out there, like I mess up, and I make sure my breathing's good. I always say a prayer, I always pray, and I just
Nice.
hope, man. I don't drink alcohol really. I drink
Really?
sometimes here and there, but I really, 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 really don't drink because it's just not for me. I prefer, like I said, a little something green, and then I'll go do my thing, and I'll be good. But like when I do some like drinking, man, it's just too heavy. I can't drink. I'm not a drinker, but
Yeah.
I'll drink. I'm not gonna say no. Sometimes I will though.
Yeah.
But yeah, I always preparation
What-
definitely.
What do you, if you're gonna drink something, what's your go-to drink?
Ooh, I like moonshine lately.
What? Just
Yeah.
straight moonshine?
If you listen to the end of the night, man, I'm not lying. I like some moonshine.
I heard that. I thought you were just doing it for the song.
Man, I got jars of moonshine at the house right now.
What?
Yeah. Dude, y'all want to know something crazy? My cousin's actually with one of the moonshiners from TV.
Really?
That's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, my
That's
first cousin.
amazing.
My first cousin, she's with one of them in North Carolina.
And all of that is illegal, correct? And
I don't
shooting.
know. I don't know what they got going on.
Well, and when
Mine's the
I was
old
like-
Smoky, you know, from the liquor store, you know.
Yeah.
But theirs, I don't know what's going on in the mountains.
That's what I mean. Some of those shows, I was like, why would they have camera? Why would they even let the camera crews back there? It's not legal, I don't think.
I don't know how they even get permission to
I
film.
know.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
That is wild.
But it's crazy. It's really cool though. I like moonshine. I'll definitely have to say with that. I like, you know, a little bit of dark liquor, but I don't know. If I could really have a drink, it'd be some like good moonshine, nice flavor to it, but a nice kick to it. Oh,
Just straight?
straight,
Wow.
yeah. Drink from the jar, man.
Just a little sipper.
Oh, from the
Yeah,
jar.
Pass the jar around. Yeah,
really?
if you're from the country, you pass drinks around. Like, not
That's just the
saying
norm.
you're not saying it's not normal, but it is normal where we're from, like the
Yeah.
country. Yeah, you,
Gilbert.
well, pass a bottle around, pass a jug around, whatever you got. Yeah,
Yeah.
don't pass a cup, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I always feel like some people pretend to have some, and then some people have way too much. Like the dispersion's not.
Yeah,
Proper.
I feel like
I pretend.
I've had
Yeah.
friends
When it
like
comes to
that, and
moonshine.
they don't know what they're doing it, and then I'm like, I don't know what to do either because you've been drinking so much. Shit, what am I supposed to do? I'm not trying to babysit you all
That's
night.
right.
Shit.
Now, two questions. Last two. Do you ever try to sneak in funny words? Like, did people come up to you and be like, hey, can you get this phrase or word into the song? Like, I heard you say oodly noodly or something in one of the song, and I was like,
noodles and rice. That was just like some real shit
Just
though.
flowing.
Cause like I don't know, oodle noodles and rice really some cheap food and eating. You're fools.
Right.
And that's really what I came up on. But like now I will say this one song I just worked on the other night at the studio. My uncle called me in Kentucky. He lives in Utica, Kentucky, near Owensboro.
yeah.
And he called me one day and he was like, I want you to put this in one of your songs. I don't know how you're going to do it, but just put it in there. I was
Yeah.
like, okay. He said, 30-pack of beer, full tank, you know, like
Yeah.
gas, like full tank of gas, something like that. Like, just give me a bunch of like little sense
Get you
words
something
and
to-
shit.
yeah.
Some little shit to put down. He was like, you're gonna figure it
Just
out.
fit it in.
Okay. And I figured it out. I was like, okay.
That's sweet.
I was
We need
like-
chiropractor
Yeah,
in one of
dude.
those songs too.
Yes.
If it ever
Sure.
works, throw it in there.
Be like,
We'll hype it.
like some like a reference to like a back, like maybe like a back road.
Yeah. There's a couple songs that throw in chiropractor recently that I heard.
I've been hearing it more too.
Yeah.
I love it.
Chiropractor.
Chiropractic, chiropractor.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
yeah.
I had to come up with something. I
Yeah,
will. I
that'd be
will.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'll try. try.
And then my last question was, what advice do you have for somebody who does want to be an artist? Like just kind of the picture of the grind and what to expect, or where should they start?
I'm gonna be honest. do not jump into the music if you're not ready, and it comes with money, mental and physical. Because I'm not gonna lie, like when I was growing up, it just seemed so easy to put something out and you blow up. Now you really have to put in the work. You got to spend money, and you don't just spend it on recording nowadays. You spend it on the videos. But then when you have the video, what do? You got to promote the video. You got to find places to promote it. There's blog pages, placements to put it, like different websites, different avenues to pay people to put it. And if you don't have money for that, TikTok is a great place. I've given myself a fan base off of TikTok. I did not expect it, and here we are. I'm finally about to hit 10K followers on there, but I started with like nothing.
Yeah.
Because my old account, this is my second TikTok. My first one, I had like 4,000, 3,500. That's when I was doing the rapping, and I was getting violated all the time. But I seen my potential because I had one video on there get like 200,000 views. I'm like, okay, now I know what I'm trying to do, but I lost that page. And then I'm serious, like maybe in 1 or 2 months, man, I've gained like over 5,000 followers just on TikTok. Like
that's great.
At least 2 month period, yes. From dropping the songs like Greenfield Lighter, I'm not gonna lie. Greenfield Lighter, The End of the Night, those have been my best.
Big ones, yeah.
Yeah, like they have done so good for me. Yeah.
Well, we're super happy for you. We appreciate you being on the show. Thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Everyone go check out his music.
What's the best? Yeah, what's the best thing to follow, real quick? Any websites or just?
Follow me everywhere. Eliii with 3 eyes. Every music platform. Same with everything. Official Eliii with 3 eyes on TikTok and Instagram, Facebook. Eliii with 3 eyes. Everywhere, Eliii with 3 eyes.
Boom.
Make sure y'all check me out. Y'all go love my music, and I promise, I don't know, just have a good time when you listen to it. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're here for the health of it.
For the health of it.